So what do you think about the need, for women's groups as such, either in a church or Church Women United, based on, your experience and what you see your parents, grandparents, do you think there's value? I guess. Okay, good.
Well, this year, it's my first year that I actually swam on an all-girls swim team. Like, we're the only swim team for the URI campus. And, I learned in that group of women that there's a different type of intimacy. Like, we share these similar struggles in practice and in our personal lives and even in our faith. Like, there are people on our swim team that are just as deeply in love with Jesus. And, because we share those same struggles, that's what makes it so important that women do come together and do share in prayer. But it's also important that we don't just, pray with women. We're all part of humanity. We all share in struggles. So I think even, supporting women's groups, but going out into the world and involving every single person, because Jesus said everybody is worth getting salvation to. So I think branching out into that is important.
Okay, thank you.
So once again, growing up Roman Catholic, you don't get a lot of women role models in our sermons. They kind of give us Mary as a consolation prize. Like, oh, look, she's a woman, yay! She's Mary. But a real turning point in my religious education was when I went to Georgia. I went there my junior and senior year of high school by myself, without my parents. And thank you, Mom, by the way. Thank you for faith. I went to a non-denominational church with one of my best friends, Taylor. And the reason why we went is because we couldn't agree on a church. And so we're like, non-denominational it is. So, and we found a real home there. And one of the main things that really told me that I need to be here is there was a young women's group meeting led by a man, but he was in his early 20s and he was awesome. But what it was about women in the Bible. That's all we were going to talk about. We were going to look through and read their stories. We had assigned reading. We had reading that was just, here are these characters, why aren't they in more prominent places? And it was amazing. Even though we were led by a man, it was this young women's group that got together and read together and prayed together and rejoiced that there were women, and it's fantastic, and we could share in that. And I think it's really important for my experience for education, because when you're in a mixed group, sometimes you don't get that. But that can be for sports or anything, classes. In general, sometimes you just need that space where everyone kind of shares a basic story with you so that you can start sharing other experiences. So I would love to be part of the women's group when I settle down and stop moving so much. But right now I'm not, and I wish I were. But I really did get a lot of spiritual nourishment from it. So I hope everybody gets a chance to experience that. So,
I think that women's groups are very important. Just like I stated earlier, I think being part of diverse groups and talking to people who are very different than you is super important. So is being part of groups of people who are similar to you, because being part of groups that are diverse helps you expand your horizons and get a new perspective. But talking to everyone's more comfortable. When you talk to a woman your age, she understands what you're going through more than anyone else, and so that's better for healing. And so I think that's really helpful, and it's really comforting. It's really important for women to be in groups like that, and also not just for yourself, but people pay attention to things in groups. So if they'd rather listen to 50 women instead of one woman saying the same thing, So I feel like for women, they're more powerful if they are in a group and stick together and work together, not just for themselves, but for reaching out for maybe other women who are seeking a group that they can be a part of, or just for getting your voice known, the voice of women.
I think that women groups are really important too, because I feel like Julia brought this up, and I think everyone did too, when you're in a group of just all women, you're more comfortable to talk about certain things, because if there's, other people around, you're not going to want to open up as much. And I just feel like also with women groups, like it's good to have a good age range, because you get different perspectives, like people have been through different experiences. It's just, I feel like you need to have that range, that diversity, cultural diversity, age diversity, socioeconomic. You need to have all that kind of diversity, because everyone comes from a different walk of life, and it's good to see life from a different perspective, because it can open your eyes to a different way of just anything.
Thank you all. I just wanted, does anybody out there have any questions for these wonderful young women? Yes.
I would like to tell them a very short story addressing your question of, is it important to work with other churches? I want you to know that there is in existence today, and has been for 30 years, an organization started by a Roman Catholic woman who was the wife of a naval officer, who did political organizing in Washington, D.C. When she came to Newport, she taught children catechism lessons, but she realized they were so hungry that they couldn't learn. She started what is now, in 30 years, an ecumenical soup kitchen called Community Meals, existent in Newport, Rhode Island. It has been going on for 30 years. She said it was the hardest job she ever did in her whole life, including political organization in Washington, D.C., to unite the Christian churches, the Roman Catholic Church, the synagogue, and some of the social service agencies, who now, today, serve a meal or two, and sometimes three, every single day of the week in Newport, Rhode Island. There are three churches that serve as serving places for those meals. Outlying churches come to their churches and serve a meal. I want you to know that this is possible. It has been done. And it's scary to think that I almost didn't come here today and meet you women. You are magnificent.
We do have certificates for them, but probably the most important question is there anything else that you'd like us to know? Anything that, what would be your last words that you want to share? And I wonder, I know when Ken asked you three to come and when I asked Nikki, I'm curious about your reaction. It's like, because we hope you were honored, because that was the intent. But anyway, is there anything you'd like to leave us with? So it can be just thank you, but that's.
Well, honestly, when I was invited, I didn't even know what this was going to be, because my church doesn't do anything like this, so I was like, oh, this is cool. So, yeah, I just would like to thank you guys for inviting me. This was a great opportunity.
Well, I just want to say, I absolutely love church, and this church specifically, and I look forward to it every single Sunday. My family was here, I brought them here. My boyfriend visited me last week, I brought him here. I bring my roommate here. When I was in a sorority, I was so, I'm not in it anymore, but I was so excited about it that everyone's like, wow, it seems like a lot of fun, and then they would want to come and see what it's like. But it really is no matter what's going on, finals or classes, I just come here, and even if I zone out half the time, I'm still so happy I came. And then, towards what I felt about coming here, when I was walking here with Marisha, I knew it was a women's group, but I was like, wait, what exactly is it? I wasn't totally positive, but I'm so happy I came. I'm going back and study later. I'm so happy I came, and I really had a lot of fun, so thank you.
I wasn't even sure if I was going to come, just because finals are coming next week and I have exams this week, so I was thinking I have so much to do, I have so much to study for. So when I actually decided to come, and I was, at first breakfast, okay, and it was nice to just pause for a minute and all the busyness and just have a fellowship and with women and talk worship Jesus, and it was nice. It was really comforting just to pause and all the
Laura 10 years ago. So when Marilyn first gave it to me, Laura got more excited than I did. She's like, oh, so she was very excited, and I'm deathly afraid of public speaking, so my first reaction was no. But I prayed on it a lot because, I mean, this is an award, and it's an honor that anyone would even be like, hey, who do we want to talk to? Let's invite Nikki. That I'm still getting used to that. So I had to come. I couldn't say no because if you guys had asked me, you asked me for a reason, and I wouldn't want to let you down and not come. So there's not enough thank yous again. I'm really bad at saying thank you, but thank you so much for giving me and all of us the opportunity just to hear us, because sometimes young women are not given the chance. So I really appreciate it. So thank you very much.
Thank you all. We do have a little gift for you, and it's from Shasta Vision. It's a necklace, and it says YCWU, Young Church Women United, and it's a globe, and it actually says on it, you hold the whole world in your hands, so imagine peace on earth. So we have, so we hope that if you wear it and somebody says, what's that? You can tell them, oh, this is about Church Women United. It's a wonderful group of women. So, and Marilyn is going to give you some gift certificates, and this is the picture opportunity for all of you here.
Camera, Marilyn, we're supposed to be taking?
Right there. Well, I don't know, whoever's got a camera. They seem to be popping up.
Want to fix it? Get them off. We'll take it.
Get this in the national news.
Right.
No, I mean the church world, we really will.
This is the magazine that we're hoping you'll subscribe to.
Yes, yes.
She's going to turn on hers first. Excuse us.
Yeah, it's upside down. Yeah. There you go. Just take it.
There's a button.
There's a button, yeah, just get that.
Oh, this is great. Oh, so good. Oh, nice. One more. I'm going to take one more because I might have cut your heads off. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. We don't want that. There. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, thank you very much.
All right, now we have to congratulate you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.